Hello kids! Today we are going to continue reading The Way Up to Heaven, pages 48 and 49. Oh, thank you, dear, and I certainly hope you are not going to go to the trouble of coming all the way out again to see me off. No, he said slowly, I don't think I will, but there's no reason why you shouldn't drop me at the club on your way. She looked at him, and at that moment he seemed to be standing a long way off from her. He was suddenly so small and far away that she couldn't be sure what he was doing or what he was thinking or even what he was. The club is in the city centre, she said. It isn't on the way to the airport. But you'll have plenty of time, my dear. Don't you want to drop me at the club? Oh, yes. Of course, that's good. Then I'll see you in the morning at 9. She went up to the bedroom on the second floor, and she was so tired that she fell asleep soon after she lay down. Recordemos que ella había ido a tomar el avión para ir a París a visitar a su hija, pero debido a la niebla se tuvo que volver a su casa. Por lo tanto, el marido le dice, bueno, mañana cuando vuelvas a ir al aeropuerto me dejas a mí en el club. Recordemos que él se iba a quedar en un club mientras ella estaba en París y la casa iba a quedar sola. Ella le dice, pero el club está en el centro, no queda de camino al aeropuerto. Ay, bueno, le dice el marido, pero tenés un montón de tiempo, me podés dejar a mí antes. Entonces se fueron a dormir. Next morning, Mrs. Foster was up early, and by 8:30 she was downstairs and ready to leave. Shortly after 9, her husband appeared. Did you make any coffee? He asked. No, dear. I thought you'd get a nice breakfast at the club. The car is here. It's been waiting. I'm ready to go. They were standing in the hall. They always seem to be meeting in the hall these days. Your luggage? It's at the airport. Oh, yes, he said, of course. And if you're going to take me to the club first, I suppose we'd better go fairly soon, hadn't we? Yes, she cried. Oh, yes, please. Él se despertó más tarde, ella le dice que ya estaba lista para irse y él le dice, bueno, si me vas a dejar a mí primero en el club, será mejor que ya nos vayamos yendo. I'm just going to get a packet of cigarettes. I'll be with you in a moment. You get in the car. She turned and went out to where the driver was standing, and he opened the car door for her. What time is it? She asked. About 9:15. Mr. Foster came out 5 minutes later, and watching him as he walked slowly down the steps, she noticed that his legs were like goat's legs in those narrow trousers that he wore. As on the day before, he paused halfway down the steps to smell the air and to examine the sky. The weather was still not quite clear, but there was a little sun forcing its way through the mist. Ya se estaban por ir, se estaban yendo al auto y él le dice, ay, espera que me olvide el paquete de cigarrillos. Y vuelve a la casa y hace tiempo para entrar, todo para molestarla a ella. Perhaps you'll be lucky this time, he said, as he settled himself beside her in the car. Hurry, please, she said to the driver. Please start the car, I'm late. Just a moment, Mr. Foster said suddenly. Wait a moment, driver, will you? What is it, dear? She saw him searching the pockets of his overcoat. I had a little present I want you to take to Ellen, he said. Now, where is it? I am sure I had it in my hands as I came down. I never saw you carrying anything. What sort of present? A little box wrapped in a white paper. I forgot to give it to you yesterday. I don't want to forget it today. A little box, Mrs. Foster cried. I never saw any little box. She began hunted feverishly in the back of the car. Justo cuando estaban por arrancar, que le había vuelto de haber buscado los cigarrillos, le dice que tenía una pequeña caja que le quería dar a su hija como regalo. Mrs. Foster se sorprende, le dice, yo nunca vi que tengas una caja. Y él no se acuerda dónde la puso. Her husband continued searching through the pockets of his coat. Then he unbuttoned the coat and felt around in his jacket. I must have left it in my bedroom. It won't be a moment. Oh, please, she cried. We haven't got time. Please, leave it. You can post it to her. It's only one of those silly coms in any case. You're always giving her coms. And what's wrong with coms, may I ask? He said, angry that she should have lost her temper for once. Nothing, dear, I'm sure, but... Stay here, he commanded. I'm going to get it. Be quick, dear. Oh, please, be quick. She sat still, waiting and waiting. Driver, what time is it? Mrs. Foster no quería que vaya a buscar la caja porque ella ya quería salir para el aeropuerto, pero su marido insistió y fue dentro de la casa mientras ella esperaba en el auto para ir al aeropuerto.